Did you see the Queen of the South?
Yes.
That was about her.
Yeah, it was about Griselda.
Right.
Yeah.
So the Queen, if you seen Queen of the South, that again, was that Netflix too?
Yep.
Queen of the South with our other girl, her name was Bega. Her real name is Bega, the actress.
Can't remember.
Her last name is Bega, but she did a phenomenal job in the Queen of the South. I think they did like 5 seasons.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, it was a good couple
and they
series.
really opened it up in there because I was watching this one. They didn't use the kids.
But they didn't use the name, though.
They didn't use the name either.
Yeah.
They didn't use the name either. They used a different name.
So it was loosely based off.
But man, I'm watching Griselda and I'm like, but this feels like Queen of the South, especially she got with the with the hitman.
Yes.
I was like, dude, this is Queen of the South.
Yeah.
That solidified it
That's
for me.
Griselda Blanco.
What up, though? Peace and love. It's your boy Karan Joseph Riley,
and I am his amazing, phenomenal, awesome co-host, Mrs. Jurnee Morrison.
All those adjectives, and I could add a few more great ones for that one over there. And this is another episode of Nice Watch. What have we been watching this week,
Happy
EJ?
Friday. Happy Friday, family. Happy Friday. Let us know in the comments what y'all been watching all week. We've had a great week of nice watches.
Yeah, we have. I watched a ton of stuff this week, but 2 stood out.
Wait, before you get into what you watched, last week we spoke about Kevin Hart's Lift, and it's been number 1 on Netflix like multiple days in a row.
Yeah.
So they're watching it. It's getting watched.
Again, I didn't say he's not Kevin Hart. People gonna tune in and watch it.
Oh no,
all
you
day.
for sure. We both have the same opinion.
It wasn't even a bad critique of it. I just said it wasn't his best work because I'm like, how do I watch a whole movie of Kevin Hart and I don't laugh the whole movie?
Yeah.
That's off brand.
Yeah.
That's like me buying a pair of Nikes and I can't jump. Or
not
you know,
jump, not the Jumpmans.
Just what I'm saying, like stay like we're not going back to that episode. And I don't think it was a bad critique. It was an honest critique. And if Kevin was sitting here with me, I'd have said the same thing.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. I was just like, oh okay, Netflix, they're watching it because it's number 1.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, Kevin Hart. He's a damn movie star
for sure.
I mean, if I got 4 things to choose from and I never seen Lift, I'm picking Lift every time.
Absolutely.
Sight unsold. Just okay, this Kevin Hart movie. Let's watch it. He's earned that from me.
Oh, Kevin's Kevin.
Right? He's earned that from me. Like if I see Kevin in it, I'm gonna check it out on GP
for sure.
And again, he has a great career going. This is his first not home run.
I feel like Kevin is so at the top of his game that it doesn't really matter what he does. It's like now you can just try stuff and play, and this one may work and this may not. But it's like he's an international star. Like you can just play and try stuff. But some stuff will stick, some stuff won't.
Yeah, but I will say this: you can't have too many games where you don't hit that many points to get up. If you're Jordan, you can't go.
But if you're already Jordan, couldn't Jordan just wake up and be like, I'm gonna go play soccer now?
He did that, and you see how that worked out.
Well, he was okay at baseball.
But the Jordan wakes up. He doesn't wake up to be okay.
Well, what I'm saying is once you're already Jordan, you've proven that you're the best. Now you can just try stuff. I can go join a dang tetherball team right now if I'm Jordan. It doesn't matter because I've already proved I'm the best.
At what you were the best at. Now you're just going to suck at tetherball. You know what I'm saying? It's like they just going to suck at something. So for me, I'm the guy who if I'm the best at something, I'm going to make sure I stay the best at that. And the world will never see me trying other new stuff when I'm just working on stuff for myself and my own growth. I'm not going to put stuff that's not my best out if I can help it.
Okay.
Even when I get to a point in my career where like, man, you done had 8 hits in a row, let's get 9. But again, I'm not the kind of person who works for the audience. I know The Rock that's his thing. The audience comes first. But that's not my thing.
Yeah.
Like, I want to create art that I want to see first. And then the people who relate to me in the world, which I know it's people who relate to me.
Yeah.
They're going to want to see that too.
Yeah.
I can't be concerned about people who don't relate to me.
Right.
It just doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
I'm not chasing something that's not me because, again, I start setting myself up to be in inauthentic places. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't want to be that guy. Like, I don't want to hold myself accountable to a shadow.
No, for sure. For sure. Yeah, that's good. That's it right there. What did you watch this week? 'Cause I was in these Netflix streets. You hear me?
Yeah, you stay in them Netflix streets. Boy.
In
Netflix need to send your butt a check or give you a TV series.
Listen,
or something.
I need a representative from Netflix to send Nice Watch some money because I stay in these Netflix streets. I don't even go over to Hulu and Paramount. I stick in my lane. I stick in my Netflix lane.
Yeah, Netflix, you got a loyal parishioner here.
I am a loyal peruser.
And I ain't gonna front. I peruse Netflix quite a bit. But I do.
But you do Apple. You do. Yeah. You get.
I give everybody.
You
love.
get diverse.
Yeah, I'm very diverse in my love. Like
I'm kind of like that in real life. Though once I find something I like, I stick with it. Like I got my same nail lady I've been having since I've been in Atlanta. My same. Like if I like something,
that's the athlete in you.
I want it, and don't change it. Don't change the formula.
Right. Don't start doing nothing new with the gel.
Right.
Don't come here with no new gel, girl.
Right.
We've been doing this same gel
We've been doing the same gel for 10 years. What? I'd be like, something different in this substance. What is?
Yeah. And they get all excited. No, this is a new thing I'm trying.
I don't want the new thing. I need the thing that I know and that I'm comfortable with.
I got like 3 barbers in the whole city of Atlanta that I let touch my hair.
For sure.
3.
Yeah.
And if they're not available, I don't have a haircut.
Yeah. So I'm perusing these Netflix streets, and I watch Griselda.
Griselda
Blanco. The Griselda Blanco. What?
The godmother. Now I watched the Griselda as well, and this series it's been let's just say that it's been done before, kind of like the Pablo Escobar story, which it's been 2 or 3 different production companies who told that story. But when you have such a dynamic story of basically immigrants or people who started in life with less than nothing, and they become huge conglomerate businesses. Let's just call it what it is. When you bringing in 100,000 pounds of cocaine, you know what I'm saying? You are a conglomerate.
For sure.
And I love the way the series started off with the quote from Pablo.
Man, that quote said, it said, I've only been afraid of one man, and she was a woman named Griselda.
Dude, that set it off for me. I was like, oh.
Pablo Escobar. I
was like, yeah, I'm in.
And then from the very first shot when she's running and she's hurt on the side and she comes in the house, she opens the door, she's trying to find the bandage, and then she exposes the scar, and it's like, I'm in. It was dark, it was gritty, it was intense. The quote brought you in. Shout out to Sofia Vergara because she is
this is the best we've seen her.
What?
Yeah.
This was her role. It's like as an actor, there's some roles that's like you're good at and you did good. But then there's some roles that were made for you.
Yeah.
And Sofia is killing this role.
Right. Just like
it was made for her.
Just like that role for Coleman Domingo.
Yes, that was his role.
That was made for him. And he talked about he spent 33 years as an actor for that role, which is crazy.
This is one of those roles where you spend years and years for that one role that was specific to you. And Sofia is playing. She's done some. I finished the whole series. She's doing some incredible work.
Yeah, she killed it. I mean, for me to see her and for her and her body of work, you know, she had a little early in her career. She had some dramatic stuff, but then the bulk of her career has been comedy with the series the
sitcoms. She's been
it was a huge family.
Jeez, what is this?
Reese, help me out here. What is it? It's with Ed O'Neill in them. How the hell we
it's
don't
like
know
her.
It's like one of the biggest series in the last 20 years. It's like you got Blackish and you got that one. That Blackish was the black family comedy and that was the white family comedy.
Sofia Vargas.
Vergara.
Why does it say Sofia Vargas right here?
Vargas is another actress in the Latin community. Her last name is Vargas. Hers
Sofia
is Vergara.
Sofia Vergara.
Yeah, something like that.
It is Modern Family.
Modern Family.
Duh.
Jesus, man.
Been on TV for over a decade, so yes.
No, that show was amazing. And that was the bulk of her, like what people known her from. And she started with Tyler. And she's having a great career, a great run. I think, man, she hit the lotto in that dang Modern Family, bro. You get you a series like that.
You get a series that and that thing ran over a decade.
And by the time they got finished with the series, everybody was getting paid like $2 or $3 million.
Those residuals are probably crazy.
The residuals are crazy, but the shoot. If I'm getting paid $2 or $3 million an episode, and at that time they were still shooting 20 episodes a season.
You think she was getting? No, I don't think it was getting more than Friends.
No, they beat Friends. Friends was 20 years ago. $1 million for Friends back then was crazy. But the Friends cast right now today would be getting $5 or $10 million episode probably.
Do you know that Friends residuals, they're still each getting $20 million a year? Mm-hmm. Wild.
Yeah, that's how they all eating because none of them work except Jennifer.
Let me see.
I ain't seen nobody else from Friends doing nothing of consequence except Jennifer. And she's on the newsroom, and that's amazing.
Let's see what that salary was for Modern Family.
It got up. I remember the last few seasons they got up there. It was a big negotiation.
Modern Family.
I'm gonna say it was a bag.
Salary.
Definitely was the bottom was $1 million.
Okay, so it says, together this family of 3 goes through a ton of drama, but it's all for the show's success, as it is with the rest of the adults on Modern Family. Stone Street made $500,000 an episode for the final season after starting at $100,000.
Who was that?
Stone Street.
Stone Street. I don't even know their name. That name.
I'm like, yeah, who? Which one was Stone Street?
Go to Ed O'Neill and Sofia Vergara, what they were making, because they were the two.
Yeah, Ed O'Neill and Sofia Vergara, they were making. Eric Stone Street played Cameron.
Cameron, yeah, he was like, I didn't even believe I got on the show. Like, only people that was on the show that nobody.
Yeah, Ed, they weren't doing more than Friends. Ed was doing 500 an episode.
Nice.
I still don't think many shows have done more than Friends. Like to this day, no one's doing $1 million an episode. I mean, even like Empire and them wasn't even doing that. No. Friends kind of set the bar.
I feel like it's somebody else getting that kind of bag for an episode.
Maybe Big Bang Theory.
Big Bang Theory did it.
Yeah.
They got $1 million.
Yeah.
They got $1 million.
I'd say Big Bang Theory. Start out with Jim Parsons, my favorite.
I remember them getting $1 million. That was around the same time as that Friends. I think Friends hit first, and then a couple years later, they got it afterwards. Yeah.
But Sofia Vergara is just really showing an amazing body of work.
Did you see the prosthetics they put on her?
Yes, the prosthetics.
She had all the good treat to all the toys to do an amazing performance. She got the prosthetics. She had the teeth. She had the nose, and of course,
you didn't recognize her.
Yeah, that was crazy.
You kept
looking at her.
Wow, they did an amazing job.
And the biggest nothing I loved about it is that it was a lot of it was really Spanish.
Yeah,
like you had to read a lot.
Yeah, a lot of subtitles.
Yeah, they kept
it made the world very authentic.
Yeah. They did not go into the American thing and just try to make it comfortable for me. They made it really like you had
authentic
to
to the world. Yeah, I love that they made it authentic to the world. The actors that they chose, even the background actors. I wonder where the location. I wonder if they shot it in. Let's see where they shot it.
I guarantee they shot those on location where they needed to shoot them at.
Yeah.
Like when they shot in Bogota, they probably were in Bogota.
Yeah.
Or maybe even, but they didn't have a whole lot of stuff in Bogota except for that opening scene. That could have been in Miami. That could have been anywhere. They could have made that look like anywhere.
That could have been Miami. But guys, I'm showing you, if you go to IMDb, guys, it's International Movie Database, it will show you things like where was it shot, who was in it, who casted it, who directed it, who produced it. So I have the IMDb app on my phone, which I'm sure Karan does too.
I was today years old when I found out what IMDb means.
Today years old?
You just put me on game. I just learned something new today.
I just put you on me? But you on game?
I will always give credit where credit is due.
What did you think it stood for?
I didn't care.
Didn't care to know.
I just knew where to go look when you do
I just knew to go to IMDb.
International Movie Database. Salute. I learned. I like to learn something new every day. And that gave, thanks EJ. Thank you.
You are welcome for that. Okay.
Right.
Okay, it says Sofia Vergara wore extensive prosthetics on her face. Yes, she did, because I didn't recognize her at first. Yep. Okay, so air date, country of origin, United States. Filming locations, Miami.
They shot it all in
Long Beach, California.
Yep.
Los Angeles, California. Miami.
I knew that
they made it feel like they rocked the country.
Mm-hmm. That last scene when she got arrested, I knew exactly where they were. I knew that location, like when she got out the car and threw up. No, that was in LA when she got arrested.
Oh, in LA, yeah.
Yeah, that was. I knew that. I rode past her on my bike before. But yeah, that was that. So this was the second take of this story for her.
Yeah.
She was called the godmother, among her circles, and what's the other girl? What's our girl? She did the movie.
Oh gosh,
not Penelope.
Love Penelope Cruz.
Yeah, I love Penelope, but it wasn't her. It was our other girl, Selma. Was it Selma?
Selma Hayek?
No, it wasn't Selma. It wasn't Selma. God, we just said it before we started taping the name.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus,
I don't know.
I can't remember.
But we got ahead of ourselves. So Griselda, for those of you who don't know, is about Griselda Blanco, who was a major drug lord, like Pablo Escobar himself, when he said, the only man I ever been afraid of was a woman named Griselda. So she was on that level.
Yeah,
she is the female version.
She challenged the cartels.
Yes, she challenged the cartel. She had her own cartel. Like she was that girl.
Yeah, much like the real world, the cartels was not keen on letting a woman be a boss.
Yeah.
Like they were like, nah, you can't be a boss. You're a woman. It just can't happen. So it was very misogynistic in that aspect, and she was hell bent on not being like in place. Like she was not. You're not gonna put me in my place, because she started. Her husband was the actual trafficker for the cartels. Like he was one of the main traffickers. He was like the logistics, but she was the brains behind even that.
Yeah.
And she was like, yo, I can do this myself.
Mm-hmm.
Like why am I? Forget that. And that's what she did, man. She did it, man. Like. This was so. I love the way they broke this down and showed her real grind, because in the movie, I saw the movie as well called The Godmother. You check those out to just kind of compare notes if y'all got time.
Yeah, it was good too.
It was really good.
Yeah.
And the actress was really dope. It was a great story, but with the series, they were able to really open it up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And get in the minutia.
Yeah, get
how
into the
this
minutia
became about
and
and
show
like,
everything
yeah.
and really give you her real why.
Yeah.
And when you saw what her why was, you almost was like, shoot, I'd have been
You almost
doing
were
it too.
rooting for her. Like, I would have done the same thing.
Hell yeah. I'm definitely was rooting for. I root for all drug dealers on the movies. I mean,
Listen, if you're into like cartel movies,
Yeah.
drug lord movies, like Griselda is an amazing series. And it's a limited series, which means it's like it's not coming back for another season.
Right.
It's a few 6 episodes. You can
Six,
watch it in one day.
Yeah.
It's 6 episodes of this miniseries, and they really tell the story of Griselda Blanco and how she became Griselda and why she did it and the things that happened to her.
Did you see the Queen of the South?
Yes.
That was
good
about
too.
her.
Yeah, it was about Griselda.
Right.
Yeah.
So the Queen, if you seen Queen of the South, that again, was that Netflix too?
Yep.
Queen of the South with our other girl, her name was Bega. Her real name is Bega, the actress.
Can't remember.
Her last name is Bega, but she did a phenomenal job in the Queen of the South. I think they did like 5 seasons.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, it was a good couple
And they
series.
really opened it up in there because I was watching this one. They didn't use the kids.
But they didn't use the name, though.
They didn't use the name either.
Yeah.
They didn't use the name either. They used a different name.
So it was loosely based off.
But man, I'm watching Griselda and I'm like, but this feels like Queen of the South, especially when she got with the with the hitman.
Yes.
I was like, dude, this is Queen of the South.
Yeah.
That solidified it
That's
for me.
Griselda Blanco.
Yeah.
And then her actual family, I believe, was just like trying to sue Netflix for like the usage of the story or whatever.
Really?
But shout out to the production company and to Netflix because they really got authentic and they really got specific and finite in the details. So like you just learn things about her journey that was like, oh man, I'm rooting for her. I want her to win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want all the guys to win in that world just because I know what they're basically going against is the establishment.
Yeah.
They're basically, this is their way to supply for their families. The means, I would say, are probably not the best outcome because of the people that get hurt by the drugs and all the death and stuff that follows it. But they really just going against the establishment, man. If the governments of the world weren't so greedy, you wouldn't have any of these problems.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And a lot of these people are just doing things out of necessity. Mm-hmm. It ain't like nobody wakes up and wants to be Pablo Escobar with that kind of paranoia because
there's always a need.
Yeah, but they all in the same way.
Yeah.
They get to a certain point and the paranoia is what gets them.
Mm-hmm.
They turn on the people that's closest to them.
Yep.
If the people that's closest to them don't turn on them first, because it's like, it's just so much money, so much contention, and just so much wow. It's
chaos.
Yeah, it's chaos, man. It's real chaos. Like,
could you be a drug dealer?
Man, that's a good question. Me and Terry was talking about that. And
like, could you be could you be like one of the ones like a cartel head of the cartel?
EJ, I think if everything in my life just went left and I had zero left to believe in and go for, yeah, I could do it.
I don't think you could.
I could because if I have nothing else I know is gonna work and they like, yo, this is running it, I'm gonna just try to run it. But see, the difference between me and most drug dealers is I do believe that I have a number.
What do you mean a number?
Like if I got $100 million cash somewhere that I got and hadn't got caught yet or killed, I think I can walk away because she had a couple opportunities where she could have walked away.
Walked away.
Yeah, it's like, dude,
you're done. You got you're stacked up.
Man,
get out the game.
But
once you're in the game, this is why I could never be in the streets because there is no getting out of the game. Once you're in, it's like a gang. You're indoctrinated in there. You can't just walk away.
That's what they say. I just feel like it's a way out, man. I think if you just like with that kind of money, EJ, you can disappear.
Yeah, you get taken off.
That's what I'm not gonna do. I'm not gonna sit around and wait for you to take me off.
Well,
the
here's the
chessboard.
reason why I don't think you could be a drug lord.
Why?
Because you have too much of a heart.
I know.
You're a compassionate person. You have very deep morals and integrity and a heart. And I feel like when you're in that world, you got to do some stuff that's heartless.
You do.
And you're not about that life.
Yeah, and she wasn't.
You care about people.
And she felt like that for a while till she crossed that line. And once she crossed the line,
yeah, you're not crossing I don't see you crossing the line.
It all depends on the circumstance, EJ.
Well, that's true.
If
that's
the
true.
circumstances need me,
circumstances are needed.
I can cross some lines now.
It would be very hard for you though.
It would. I don't think that lifestyle is easy on anybody.
Yeah.
I just think we witness people who just decided and made a decision they was gonna live with it.
But I do think there are people who operate from a different moral compass than some of us do.
Yeah.
So I think it's a little easier for those who may not operate from the same heart posture we operate from.
Yeah, that's facts.
But I'm not killing nobody.
Yeah, not unless somebody was trying to kill your baby.
Right. Now, you're coming in my house and you're
taking them out.
I'm defending myself for sure.
But that line is crossed.
Yeah, the line is
crossed.
crossed.
And you're never going to be the same after that, no matter how it was, whatever the circumstance was, you're different after that.
Yeah, but I'm not just going to go around.
I'm the guy. Well, no, people. But I'm the guy who's, again, I had an aspiration to be an assassin at one point in life.
Hey, guys, it's Ernestine Morrison here. And have you ever thought to yourself, I want to be an actor? I want to be a producer. I want to be in movies, or I want to make movies. Well, listen, I have put a very simple 10-step program together for you, the aspiring actor, the aspiring filmmaker, the person who wants to get into the film and TV industry. I run a company called Greenlit ATL. We meet the first Thursday of every month in Atlanta, Georgia, and I've put together a 10-step, very practical, tactical way you can start getting auditions and start putting yourself in position to get into the film and television industry in a real way. Go to greenlitatl.com. That's greenlitatl.com and get yourself in position today to get into the TV and film industry. This is a multi-billion-dollar industry, and make sure that you are in it 2024.
And again, I still kind of in the way, like once I crossed the line, I'm like, well, because I'm the guy who says I could never go to war. Right?
Yeah.
I'm the guy who goes in there, I take it too serious. Like, I'm like, yo, fuck this. I'm going crazy. I'm going to just be out here collecting ears and doing all sorts of crazy stuff because I just go. I'm
not collecting ears?
Yeah, man, I'm going to lose it. I know I'm going to lose it. Like, I played paintball one time when I was in the league, and I lost it. And playing paintball, I start taking hostages and shit. You don't supposed to take hostages in paintball.
Hilarious! No, I was taking hostages.
They were trying to talk me down like, Karan, chill out. It's just a game. I'm like, no,
he's mine.
He's mine. I got his gun. I'm like, I'm taking it too far. Like there was something in me that snapped.
Of course, you were taking it too far.
Maybe that's why I'm an actor, because I can get into the world and I let it go and I leave the world.
Me.
Yeah.
So listen, something else I watched. My husband watched it first, and I had never heard of it. Dumb Money.
Yeah.
Dumb Money. First of all, where the heck was I at 2020 when this was happening?
You were pregnant.
During the pandemic. I was pregnant in the house under a cover somewhere, under a rock, clearly, because Dumb Money. This
real story.
A true story about a guy who literally took over Wall Street with normal everyday civilian people who conjured up a plan to literally really beat Wall Street.
Yeah. It was amazing.
The GameStop play?
Yeah. And
wow.
Yeah, and if you guys remember the pandemic, kind of right at the very beginning, I think that first summer in, this GameStop story kind of stayed on the news about how the stock was just going through the roof. And historically, Wall Street usually takes smaller companies like a GameStop, who's probably not that fiduciarily up mobile going forward. I mean, they're not making a lot of money, and they hedge against them on purpose, which is terrible. But you have big boys making all this money betting on that company to fail.
Yeah.
So what happened with GameStop is you had a bunch of regular people like, yo, we're not gonna let it fail. We're gonna just keep infusing money in it. So
but it was led by one young guy.
Yeah, he started. He was actually a guy who worked off of Wall Street, but he worked in hedge funds. He just wasn't on Wall Street.
Yeah.
And he bet on it. He's like, yo, I like this stock. I like it because of the time we're in.
And he posted it publicly.
Yeah, and he posted. He had a YouTube channel that he would go on and be like, yo, this is my pick. And he put his money where his mouth was. That was the key.
Yeah.
He put in $53,000 worth of his own money and bought the stock. And remember, the beginning of the movie, they showed his net worth.
Yep.
Very beginning of the movie, his net worth, $97,000.
$97,000 to his name.
To his name. And he took out $53,000 and put into GameStop, drove the price all the way up. When he got GameStop stock, he bought $53,000 worth of stock, and it was at $3.58 per share. So if you know stocks and know the math, you know how you do it, right? So that's $3 divided by the 53, and that's how many shares you get. By the time they got to the peak of GameStop's price, it had peaked at like $300 at one point. Something crazy, $300 or $400 at some point. So the guy who bought the stock at $3, he's literally up 300 times. That was like a 300x play. So
everyone's on this journey with him, following his moves, and they're investing, and people got rich.
Yep. So whatever that money, like say you and me put the money in with him, whatever we raise, the Wall Street people who were kept going against it, they would have to put in that much or more to get back on top of the line. It's there's like a line on Wall Street. You look at it, the thing goes here. You got to be, that name just going to come up here.
Yep.
So they had to keep the line where it needed to be. So, but in the meantime, they're advancing all their capital to this line, and they were like, man, these guys gonna lose it. They're gonna lose it. And they didn't. Mm-hmm. So like
came up.
Yeah, he ended up closing down two major firms behind this joint. Like his boy was like, how much you need? I need $3 billion. I need $3 billion to bail me out. Remember his wife's like, how much did we lose today?
How much did we lose today?
What did he say, like 10 million or 10 billion or 5 billion or something crazy?
Something wild.
Like, how are you even breathing?
It was something life-changing.
No, life-changing. Oh, my God. Can you imagine fixing your mouth say, yeah, we lost 5 billion today.
We lost 10 million today.
How much you lose yesterday? 5 billion. What are we doing?
5 billion would a like,
with a B. Like, yeah. What are we talking about?
No, it's a wild story. And I'm like, is there a part of my memory that's missing? Because how do I not remember this happening on the news?
You was pregnant, DJ. You got full...
I was surely pregnant.
You got
2020.
Full alibi for this one, man.
I was pregnant, and it was the pandemic.
Yeah, it was a lot.
It's a lot going on.
It's a lot going on, and you don't watch the news every day, do you?
No, but I mean, just even on social media, like the Shade Room, TMZ, like
Shade Room is not picking up real like that kind of story. They're picking up stories about if Chris Brown is dating Tiana Taylor now or some shit. You know.
No, the Shade Room posts real news.
They do.
Yes, absolutely.
When?
Every day.
Well, it's real news to who though? Like it ain't no real news for the world.
They report world news.
World news?
Yes.
World news?
They post about the president. They post about the election.
Well, the president ain't real news. That's like a TV show.
They post about the election. Shade Room posts.
Let's just say this, y'all. The government. That's the best TV show on TV. Trump is the star.
For sure, the star.
Biden's ass is sleeping. It's just what it is. I mean, it's entertainment. If you don't watch this with a filter of like, man, this is the best show on TV. You are wasting your time, because every time I watch anything with the government, I'm like, man, this is like lights, camera, action. Yeah. You can't write this stuff.
Yeah,
Trump is hilarious. Like I miss him, man, being in office, because I swear to God,
I miss him.
I do, because every morning I had something to watch.
I'm not gonna lie, guys. If you want to watch a nice watch, I don't know if I've spoke about it on this podcast yet. I can't remember, but if I did, bear with me because my memory is a little off. But if you are looking for a nice watch, the Donald Trump documentary that was on Netflix really is an inspiring story. And let me tell you why. Not that I endorse Trump or like Trump, because I don't say that publicly. However, his mindset, all of us can take from. So when I watch this Trump documentary, he has a way. First of all, he's an amazing marketer. For one, he knows how to market something. For two, he has an undeniable belief in himself. He has a high level, abundant of belief in himself. And he makes things sound larger than what they are. So it makes everybody buy in. So he would talk about, I'm going to build the highest skyscraper New York has ever seen. It's going to be the greatest, most huge building New York has ever seen. It's going to be the greatest thing the city has ever seen. And the way he believes and the way he emphasizes when he talks, it's like, wow, he's going to build the tallest skyscraper New York has ever. And he makes you believe it. Yeah. So what I can take away from Trump, what I will not take away from Trump, is his belief in himself. Yeah. For this businessman who was an okay businessman from reality show to get to be the president of the whole United States of America, you can't deny his belief in himself.
I totally agree 100% about that. His belief in himself, like that is the single entity about Trump that makes Trump who he is.
Absolutely.
What I can't get around for him is like, I hear you, Trump, man, but I can't get past your hair. I can't get past the way your suits fit. Like I get your belief. I understand that, but I can't. It doesn't exude belief to me. Like I get it. You just.
But it didn't have to exude it. He does it. The social proof is there.
Well, because most of the world are basically people who have zero belief in themselves.
That's true.
So when you see a person doing it like he does it, if you have zero belief in yourself, you're hyped. But I'm looking at him like, I don't believe this fool could talk and get out of a trash bag.
You don't have to believe it because he shows you. It's the social proof is there. Donald Trump has single-handedly spoke his life into existence.
Yeah.
It's like, you got this loan from your father pretty much to start your career. Mm-hmm. And it's like you believed in yourself so much that you got to one of the highest titles that you can get in America.
He said he's going to be president like 20 years ago too.
Yeah.
Like he was talking about this a long time
That's
ago.
undeniable. That's beyond just, no. If Donald Trump says something, he believes it.
Yeah.
And he goes after you and he makes other people believe it. I mean, the man has a cult following.
Yeah.
I don't follow him.
Well, because you got an IQ over 10. If your
IQ is below 10, then you probably follow him.
Again, that's 90% of the world.
Oh, for sure.
That's why he's winning. Like,
a lot of people say stuff and they don't do it, or they do it and it still doesn't come to fruition because they still have a little doubt. Donald Trump, I believe Donald Trump believes he can fly. And he may do it one day. He may shock us all. We may be on Twitter one day and be like, that man is flying.
Not with that hair and that body.
Not that body.
No
you
way.
got to get in the gym,
way,
Donald.
No how.
You got to get in the gym, buddy.
He can do a squat, let alone fly.
I will say, though, whether you like him or not, his documentary on Netflix is a nice watch. It will instill a great level of belief in you. And it'll give you some marketing strategies.
Yeah, just talk out the side of your neck about everything you think of and just...
And go for it. Just jump.
Go for it. I think that's the lesson. Go for it. Like, if you see the vision for yourself, there's nobody else that has to believe it but you.
Nobody has to believe it.
And if you have 100,000% belief, eventually everybody else will believe it too.
Absolutely.
Like, I love that line in Lovecraft Country, in that scene where he went to the other dimension and he met the black aliens.
Yeah.
And she's like, who am I? And she said, we name ourselves. Mm-hmm. I said, ooh.
Got you there, huh?
Yeah, you name yourself. You do. Yeah. We do. We name ourselves. We tell the world who we are, and the difference between Kevin Hart's and everybody else in the world, the Rocks and the Will Smiths, they put enough consistency behind what they say they are and who they are that eventually that's just who they become.
Yeah. I mean, it's really, I say this all the time, the root word of authority is author. You are the author of the story. So you give it power, whatever you write, whatever you speak, whatever you seek, whatever you think, you give it authority and power by being the author of it. So are you going to author abundance for your life? Are you going to author despair
or can't get right,
can't get right?
And there's people you hear.
Are you authoring that you're a loser? Or are you authoring that you're a winner? That's it.
That's it. That's life. There's no secret potion.
You have the pen.
You do. You have the pen, and you have the.
And we see it with Donald Trump. Donald Trump had the pen. I'm going to be president. Yep. Whether we think it's dumb or stupid or crazy, it doesn't matter. If you author it, you speak it, you give it authority and power. Yep. That's it right there. That's his life. That's life.
I agree 100%.
But anyway, on this Good Friday, y'all, go into the weekend and watch some nice watches. Griselda on Netflix. Certified nice watch.
Certified.
Dumb Money is going to blow your mind, especially if you didn't hear the story or you were living under a rock like I was. It's like, wow, they did this. They beat the system. They beat the machine. OMFNG. That's my nice watches of the week.
Yeah, and I agree with you 100%. Those were two awesome nice watches. You got some time this weekend, pull up on one of them or both of them.
Yes.
And don't waste your time messing with anything else. Honorable mention is The Brother Son. That's the great series on Netflix. You should check it out.
Okay.
It's a Chinese story about Chinese family. You know,
that's Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's called The Brother Son. I think it's in the top 10 as well for one of the top series for the year.
And your series is still rolling right now, right? You guys are on episode.
No, we finished the season.
You finished season? Okay.
Yep, season finale was a couple weeks ago.
Okay.
And, that was good. That ended up pretty good. Everybody's loving it. Hopefully BET. Hope y'all see this. Season 3. Stop playing.
Yeah.
You got a hit. So let's keep it moving.
Bring me in. Bring his sister in on season 3.
We talk to Carl and them and see what's up. We get you out there. You know, I got Banner in the mix one on the new series.
Oh, okay.
He's gonna be on the new one that they're doing in New Orleans.
Bring your sister in.
Yeah.
I'll be good on this one, I promise. I won't complain, I promise.
Okay. All right.
I'll bet you my salary on it. I'll give you my check. If I complain, I'll give you my check.
Yeah, that's what's gonna happen from here on out. I call your ass. I'm gonna get 10%
10% for your complaining. I get my fee.
I'm gonna get a fee because your butt gonna get over here and talk about. Do we ain't got no sparkling water? No, this ain't that set.
Standards as an actress.
Yes. We all got standards, but a lot of times our careers don't match those standards until they do. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of times we walk on the set like Color Purple and we be all in the same room trying to figure it out. That's why I was like, man, y'all was complaining. I'm like, shit, as long as that check here, I'll be in that room with y'all chilling. Like, what up, though? Like, I just be happy to be there, man. Like, I'm happy that anytime I'm happy that I get to do what I love to do. So it's like, if it ain't what I wanted to be, I just got more work to do.
Yeah.
That's just how I look at everything. Yeah. If it ain't exactly how I wanted to be, I just got more work to do. And that's just how I look at everything.
Yeah.
I don't complain, I adjust. And you should adjust your channels to watch these two nice watches that we just gave you this week.
Yes.
And we be pulling them next week to give y'all some more. So
go into the weekend and get these nice watches in. We will see you back next Friday on another episode exclusively on the Social Proof Podcast Network. Oh, shout out to our brother David Shands, our voice in the corner, who is not with us today, but I'm sure he'll be back pulling up on us on another Friday. So stay tuned and we'll see you back next week on
a nice watch.